we're getting ourselves in preparation for this episode because I have breaking news for you folks. And some of you may not like it, but I've had to make a hard decision. It's a life-changing decision, and I'm going to talk about it. Welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I'm the host, the Honey Badger, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, as well as other things. So I was on the phone last night with a executive from the RV industry, and I was kind of going over my dilemma with them. And my dilemma is, and I talked about this yesterday, my dilemma is, this was originally a daily podcast. I was practically staying in my car. I was practically I had so much time to do this podcast over the last 2 years that the last 9 weeks have felt so weird because I have not been able to be consistent. I have not been able to direct all my attention toward this channel because it's very hard when you got to go out and make money in a bad economy. And it's been a bad economy for 3 years. So, and the growth got stagnant. I mean, it grew so fast. This podcast grew so fast, so quickly. Last year, we had over 250,000 views. And what did I say? 180,000 hours watched. Just in 2024. And in 2023, was the biggest spike. But I don't want to get rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of the podcast. But I'm making some changes. I've made the decision that I'm going to make some changes. After talking to the executive on the manufacturing side I talked to last night, after consulting with 3 different influencers today, that are from different niches. They're not from the RV industry. I've made some friends with some guys. Hello. I've made some friends with some folks that are influencers in other niches. So I've come to make a decision. And that decision is that I am going to merge the podcast into the main channel. So if you're not a subscriber to the main channel, I'm going to do Sunday at noon. Every Sunday at noon, we're going to do a 1-hour episode that's going to be pre-recorded. I'm going to record it on Sunday and release it on Sunday. No editing, none of that. But I'm going to record it on Sunday, release it on Sunday. So I'm going to record it at like 8 in the morning and release it at noon. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this channel, and I'm going to convert it into a talk show about a bunch of other things. So the podcast is still going to be around, still going to be live, still be rock and rolling. I'm going to change the name of this channel. I don't want to just throw away 3 years of hard work. But I think this is just talking to, it was funny. I was talking to, I'm not going to name names, but I was talking to an influencer today at 4 o'clock this morning, because it's 7 o'clock their time. They're in the East Coast. And we had a great conversation. We conversated so much that I was late getting started doing Uber. I was way later than I thought I was going to be. And her husband and her are really popular in their niche. And they said that if they were in my shoes, they would merge the podcast into the main channel because it'll reach more people. They said the problem with the podcast and the channel being separate right now is people aren't able to put two and two together that they're the same. And she said that's the hard part about the whole scenario of keeping the same name for each of your channels. She said that the main thing that she does is she's got 5 different YouTube channels and they all have 5 different names. And she said that's made things way better. And she said originally all 5 had a similar name to try to keep the branding together. But after a year or two and the stunting and growth, they pivoted and made a change. They changed the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this podcast channel, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to rebrand it. And for those of you that follow me, that are executives in the RV industry, corporate dealership, YouTubers, you're going to want to go over to my main channel and subscribe there to get the RV portion of the podcast. This show on this channel is going to be more about life from the perspective of someone that is broke, has been on a comeback trail, paying off debt. It's going to be a talk about probably 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week, talking about things that matter in life. Without politics, without social pressures, we're going to talk freely about things. And what I want to do is I want people to join in on the conversation. But here's what I'm going to warn people about. I made a decision that if there's any knuckleheads, see, I deal with the knuckleheads and respond to the knuckleheads with the RVs. I'll just flat out block knuckleheads. If you put in the comments stupid stuff that is anti-anything, anti-conservative, anti-liberal, anti-anything, you're gone. If you want to create a debate and a conversation, I want you to stay. So what I'm planning on doing is I go back to work tomorrow, and then I've got to go to a show on Friday that's in Northern California, an RV show. So what I want to do is I'm probably going to release the first episode of the rebranding of this podcast. I'm probably going to release it Monday morning. And I don't know what the subject's going to be. I got to think of that. But Sunday, every single Sunday at noon, there will be a released episode on the main channel of the HBRV Lifestyle Podcast. And what I'm hoping will happen is I'm hoping that the podcast will grow from there, and that the channel will grow from there. And I know I'll lose a bunch of subscribers on this particular channel. That's expected. I know I'm going to lose a lot of fans because I know a lot of you are like, you're going to be pissed. I understand. I originally thought of separating them. I don't know if you guys know this, but I had a shorts channel. I had my main channel, I had the podcast, I had the Spanish channel. I had 4 channels with just HBRV Lifestyle. And at that time, the YouTube algorithm liked that. But then I started seeing a stunting growth everywhere. So then I took away the shorts channel, rebranded it into something else. It's now kind of just my experimental channel. And I merged all the short form content on my main channel. And all of a sudden, I mean, I've grown tremendously this year. I know for a fact I will hit 4 million views. I'm on pace to hit 4 million views in 2025 on the main channel just by taking those 2, 3, 4, 5-minute videos I was putting on the shorts channel and merged them over here. So I figure if I merge the podcast into that channel, growth will occur. And if there's more to talk about, I will, if let's say something major happens, let's say Brinkley sells to a dealer or a manufacturer, let's say Alliance or Genesis Supreme sell to another manufacturer. If it's breaking news that needs to be talked about that same day, I will live stream on the main channel. That way my focus is on one thing right now, instead of dividing it. And that's my choice, guys. That's my decision. Now, before I go, Paula, if you're subscribed over there, I need you to come on the live stream one time so I can make you a mediator. The other thing I really would like to do is to thank everyone. I want to thank, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I want to thank some people, including some people that I don't get along with anymore. Okay. Are you subscribed to the other channel, Paula? If you are, I'll find you. Just comment on one of my videos and I'll find you. The main channel is just HBRV Lifestyle. It's got the white Badger logo instead of the black Badger logo. So first off, I'd like to thank Matt's RV and Towable Reviews. Matt's been a watcher of the podcast. I'd like to thank JD from Big Truck Big RV. He's a big inspiration to me about things. I mean, I don't really talk to the guy, but you know, I think a lot of the things that occurred with the Lippert frame problem, and yes, on YouTube, Paul. Yep. In fact, what I'll do is probably later I'll link the link to it in the description. And Greg Roberts, when you come on, make sure all you guys just make sure you, when you push over to the other channel, just make sure you comment on one of the videos so I can make you guys moderators. I'd like to thank, you know, JD, when he did the Lippert interview, it kind of opened up a dialogue and a conversation. I think what JD wanted to accomplish with, you know, quality control and holding manufacturers accountable, I think is great. Pete and Lisa West, you guys have been amazing people toward the Grand Design frame failure and Grand Design problems. Your guys' work, even though we are not pretty much on speaking terms right now, you guys have been an absolute rock when it came to the Grand Design frame problem. You know, you gotta give, even though I don't get along with them, even though I probably will never get along with him again, you still got to thank Greg Carson and Cruising with the Carsons. I mean, at the time, at the very beginning of all this, at the very beginning of Mr. Carson's frame failure and big problems with his Grand Design journey, Greg was a absolute rock in spreading the word of his story and his solitude with his wife falling over or being in the coach as the thing was tipping over. I may have disagreements with a lot of people, but you still got to give credit where credit's due. And at the beginning of Cruising with the Carsons, I really believe that Greg was had his heart in the right place and was very informative. And you know, he you got to give credit where credit's due. It will. Hopefully, Steve, you come over too. Going over there. Let's see, who else would I like to thank? I'd like to thank Dustin from California RV Specialists. He's probably one of the better service YouTubers out there. I'm probably missing a lot of people, and I apologize. In general, I want to thank all the fans, and I hope you guys continue to support me in the podcast on the main channel. I think it'll make the content better. I think it will make it will give another layer to the brand of the Honey Badger. It'll give a one-stop shop for everybody. I think that's another really good thing about merging the show into the main channel. It's not going away, it's just merging into the original channel, and it'll be a one-stop shop for everybody. You could you could listen to the podcast, watch the podcast, walkthrough videos, finance videos, update, the RV industry update videos, merging all the content into one channel. With the way the YouTube algorithm is changed, I think will make more sense than having 4 separate channels. In fact, more than likely, the Spanish channel is going to go away, because now HBRV Lifestyle in Espanol is not needed, because now they auto dub all my videos on the main channel into Spanish. So like, there's going to be a video I'm going to do on the Spanish channel similar to this. That's going to say, go over to that channel, because now you can auto dub in every language instead of captions and subtitles as I'm speaking in Spanish or speaking in English. So it's a different world than what I started with 2.5 years ago. Actually, we're in April, so 3 years ago. It's the podcast. So, one of the things I really love when I talk to some executives at the RV manufacturing level, when I talk to them about things, the ones that do talk to me, there seems to be the consensus that the internet and the way we market the RV lifestyle and the RV industry has to change. Pardon me. We have to adapt and overcome and evolve, right? It's hard to throw away 2 monetized channels. It's already hard enough to get monetized on YouTube. I know that for a fact, because I've been through the monetization process 4 times now. And so I'm not throwing those channels away. I'm just going to rebrand them, which is going to throw the YouTube algorithm into Psycho Zone. I'm not going to delete the videos, but what I am going to do is just kind of talk about things on this channel. Like the name of this channel is going to be the John Levston Experience. Simple. Joe Rogan Experience. That's where I got it from. I'm biting off Joe Rogan. It's going to be the John Levston Experience. And I'm going to come on here and we're going to talk about just stuff from vitamins, eating healthy, not eating healthy, just life in general, and talk about things that don't really circumference the RV industry only. I know I always say in this podcast, I always say, welcome to HBRV Lifestyle. We're here to talk about, give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business and other things. The problem is other things in the RV industry are fun to talk about, but at the same time, I think if I do a weekly episode on the main channel, that'll give me 52 episodes a year. We'll only cover the RV industry. 1 hour episode, all we cover is the RV industry. I'll chapter out the episode every single day, every single one. So if there's stuff nobody wants to listen to, they can get to the stuff they want to listen to. And I'm going to restructure the membership as well on the main channel. I'm going to restructure the membership to where I'm going to, hopefully I get enough people to do it, but everybody pays $2 a month. To basically be a member and kind of help me monetize the channel better instead of the $24.95, because it just seemed like there's even though I gave away trade secrets, I gave away on the main channel, I gave away exactly the exact math of how to determine what a dealer invoice is, and only 2 people took advantage of it. That's it. Nobody else that watches that channel, and there's 90 to 100,000 different people and new people that watch that channel monthly, 25 to 50,000 people weekly